Greetings, Redheads. Greetings. Thank you for joining me in another edition of your favorite show, the one, the only Red's View. Of course, I am your gracious host, the one and only J Red. Do me a favor. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, which is going across your screen right now at the bottom. You see youtube.com/Red's View. Also, make sure that you hit the like button or the dislike button. It is all good. We're trying to get these subscribers up and we're trying to get this engagement up. So if you don't like this video, which some of you may not, you can hit the dislike button. If you love the video and you like it, make sure that you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and welcome to the channel of Red's View, okay? So let's go ahead without any further ado. We're going to address the elephants that are in the room. A couple of topics, but this first one, we're going to talk about this whole Snoop and Nelly thing. Now, I've been sitting back in the cut watching everybody's reaction, everybody's comments, everybody's articles, everybody's videos talking about this Snoop and Nelly thing. So this thing is Snoop and Nelly. Snoop Dogg and Nelly face fake outrage over Trump's inauguration. I said it right, fake outrage. And the reason that I'm saying fake outrage, or if you say outrage with the air quotes, is because I'm calling out the hypocrisy of the black community. Now, it's not the whole black community because I'm a part of the black community and I'm in the section of people that don't have an issue with Snoop and Nelly performing at Trump's inauguration. Now, before you get all mad and want to hit the dislike button, hear me out on this, okay? The reason I'm calling out the hypocrisy is because the main thing that I've been hearing people say as to why they're upset, oh, they let the culture down. They're sellouts. They're performing for Trump. They're performing for Trump. Oh my God, how could you perform for a racist? Y'all letting us down, blase skip. Okay, be that as it may. Let's go with that. All right, I agree with you. Okay, you want to say that it's at a Klan's rally? You're saying that Trump is racist? Hey, all fine, right? My question would be, would y'all keep the same energy if Snoop and Nelly, Rick Ross, Soldier Boy, because they performed too? Would y'all keep the same energy if it was at Biden's inauguration? Let that sit for a second. Think about it. If Biden didn't drop out of the race, he was in his right mind, and he had an inauguration, would the same energy, the ill feelings, the backlash, the scrutiny, would that be there for all those artists, right? These legends, these hip hop legends, all four of them, would the same smoke be kept for them if they performed at Biden's inauguration? Now, the reason I'm saying that is because if we're comparing Biden and Trump, I mean, one racist to the next racist, because I could show you the 1994 crime bill. I could pull up a video of Biden saying that if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. I could show you the first day he was in office and had the Zoom meeting with those black folks that was in office that held positions. He was talking to them like they was nothing, yelling at them. You know what I'm saying? Like he was running death row records or something. So if you're talking about racist and racism, Biden has practiced racism more than Trump has, to public knowledge. Now, Trump, yes, the whole Central Park 5 thing, yes, exactly, absolutely. Not renting out to blacks. Those are the main points, right? And I'm not defending Trump at all. But on the surface level, the reason I'm not mad at Snoop and Nelly is because I know that this same backlash wouldn't be kept towards somebody who's done more racist stuff than Trump. Because both of them can be on the same page, if you ask me. Now, I'm not mad at them because, for one, I'm not in another man's pockets. For two, on the surface level, when you think about it, this is the president of the United States. Whether you like Donald Trump, dislike him, whatever the case may be, you're a Trump supporter, you voted for him, whatever the case may be, the majority of America voted for Donald Trump from all race groups. Okay. So love him or hate him, he's here. He's the president of the United States. What is wrong with an individual performing at his inauguration? Whether you like him or not, it's the president of the United States in inauguration. Some people dream to perform at something like that. Now, if you're getting paid, that's that. And I saw that Mississippi Valley State University got backlash for performing there. Did they perform there? I don't think that they went all the way through it. But anyway, on the surface level, that's a prestigious position to be in, to actually perform there. Okay, let's not act like Trump is the only racist president that we've ever had, only white racist president that we ever had. Come on now. So I don't see an issue with them going and performing there, you know, especially if they were paid, which they were. Okay. So it's just it's crazy to me how us as black people can be so uptight to not want to support or show disrespect towards Snoop Dogg, disrespect towards Nelly, just because they're performing at an event, right? I could see if some people may have been upset if Snoop was a Trump supporter, Nelly was a Trump supporter, and they were performing at the RNC or at Trump rallies. You know what I'm saying? The reason Hulk Hogan was getting backlash is because he was ripping his shirt off at the Trump rallies and stuff, right? Snoop and Nelly didn't do that. They're performing at the inauguration events, not even the actual inauguration, but just the inauguration events. And what's the problem with that? Don't you go to work with a supervisor or racist supervisor? You know, like, racism is here. You're supposed to be able to break bread, avoid it if you can. But I mean, if you're doing business with somebody, I mean, it is what it is. You think that there's not racists that show up to these concerts where Snoop is saying the N-word and Nelly is saying the N-word and they're rapping it along, singing it along? You know, that's a business transaction. I'm paying you to perform. I'm paying to buy your record, buy your music, stream your music, and you entertain me. It is what it is. I don't see an issue with that, period. Now, if I was going to be mad about them performing for somebody that I didn't vote for, whatever the case may be, or, you know, if they're performing in front of a racist, I should be mad that they will perform at a Biden inauguration. You know, and then also when you think about it, right, the people who are mad at Nelly, Soldier Boy, Rick Ross, Snoop, right? Were those the same people that were upset when Glorilla and Megan Thee Stallion got on stage and twerking and singing and acting ratchet? Are those the same people? Because some of y'all were supporting that. Some of y'all were just saying, I mean, you know, it's something for everybody. You know, the ratchet people come out and vote too. All that cap, you know. And like I said, this is the president of the United States inauguration. No matter who was in office, Nelly, his response, and we'll get to his response in a second, but I like what he was saying in his response. I didn't like everything that he said, but hold on, y'all. Let me turn this heat off. It's getting kind of hot up here. But you know, I didn't like everything Nelly has said, but didn't agree with everything Nelly has said, but just on the cups of racism, being racist, right? What's the difference between Trump and Biden? Because anything that you're bringing up Trump has done, I could bring you up something Biden has done. So that's my big thing. I don't see a problem with that. Now, to play devil's advocate, when it comes to Snoop, right? I could see why people called Snoop Dogg out, because what Snoop did, and I'm not going to play the video, but if you look it up, I don't want to get a strike on here. So Snoop was cussing folks out. What was it, 8 years ago? That was trying to vote for Trump back in like 2016, right? He was calling people Sambos, Uncle Toms. If you were gonna vote, I'm a roast you. I'm a roast you, right? So yeah, Snoop deserves to some backlash to a certain degree from that, right? I could understand that aspect of it. But if you're talking about how people can change, right? That happened 8 years ago, pretty much 8 years ago. Look what Trump has done significant for Snoop. He freed Harry O, the death row founder. Lord knows what else he's done, but Snoop probably was just ignorant at that time, not knowing about any policies, not knowing about anything Trump had to offer. He's just going based off of the racist that he is. But Snoop should take it to the chin because people digging up those old videos, right? Now, I agree with that. You can bring that up, but at the end of the day, to play devil's advocate again, think people can change. Now, I don't think you can change being racist, of course. Don't get my words twisted on that. But I do think that people can have insight and not have they don't have the proper access to information. Because say Snoop didn't know anything about Trump's policies, all he saw was the negativity, right? It's been 8 years. So now he could have been looking and been like, you know what? Trump did this, he's doing that, he's helping my pockets out, whatever the case may be. And I like Trump. I was cool with Trump before the presidency, and now I want to be back cool with him. And this is the thing, man. What black folks, and I'm speaking directly to my black folks, you don't have to vote for somebody that you quote unquote like. You're supposed to vote for someone based off of their policies. There are black people who voted for Trump. There are white people, Hispanic people, um, immigrants voted for Trump, right? So if he's in office, since he's in office, I remember we were giving backlash. Well, we were giving Steve Harvey backlash for meeting up with Trump. We were giving Ice Cube backlash for wanting to meet up with Trump about who, and at that time, it wasn't just Trump, but whoever won the presidency. He wanted to present a contract of Black America, right? Us as black people try to move like a monolith and then criticize somebody. Don't you know you're supposed to study your enemy? Don't you know you're supposed to study your enemy, your op, and you can do business with them, right? Despite if you like Trump or not, what is the harm of saying, okay, you know what, he's in office, so we might as well make the best of the situation. Here's what we want, Trump. Since you're our president, you know, I may have not voted for you, but let me present you with a plan for Black America to make Black America better. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, period. See, we think that just because we didn't vote for him, we're going to turn our nose and be like, oh, I don't associate with him. That ain't my president. That's not how you get something done. When you want something from your employer, if they did something to you or something happened to you, who do you go to? You go to HR. You try to rectify the situation when you feel like it's wrongdoing to you. This is the same situation. Somebody holds a high position and you're supposed to go. There's nothing wrong with meeting with that person because you might get something. Even if it's not promised to you, you can say, okay, well, Trump, you are president. We want reparations. Trump, you are our president. We need resources, access to resources. Trump, you are our president. We need better health care, whatever the case may be. And then something is supposed to happen from that. See, the reason I ain't studying some of these black folks who are mad at Nelly and Snoop, I'll never forgive y'all for how y'all treated Ice Cube. I'll never forgive y'all for how you treated Ice Cube. Man, you Negroes tripped me out during that time. I'm talking about, I remember specifically Vivica A. Fox and people from Fox Soul all gave Ice Cube a hard time because all he was trying to do was, he said, whoever is in office, I don't care who it is, it could be Biden, it could be Trump, we need to set up a meeting and present with them a contract with Black America to get stuff done for us. Period. It don't matter if we vote for you or not. Here it is. But what were y'all saying? Oh, we shouldn't have to meet. You shouldn't have to meet with him. We shouldn't meet with him. So if somebody is in charge, you're just not going to say anything. You're not going to meet with them. Ignorant. And this is all fake outrage. Fake outrage. So what if Nelly's performing there? Y'all acting like he's performing at a Trump rally. No, it's an inauguration. An inauguration. We've been having those since forever. And it don't matter who. See, because you would only support that person, that artist going to perform if, and who's to say they are supporting Trump? Just because I'm performing there means that I'm supporting Trump? How about I'm just getting a check? How about he's the president and it's the inauguration and I can put that on my resume? I performed at the president inauguration. And they performed at a ball. Y'all acting like he went in front of Trump and performed right in front of him. Like they were peasants trying to entertain a king or something like that. Man, y'all can get on with that, bro. Y'all, and then the hypocrisy, right, with the black community. And I'm going in on my people. What has Snoop's content been for the last 30 years? What has Snoop Dogg's content been for the last 30 years? He came out talking about bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. Okay. Now, I enjoyed it just like the next man, the next woman, but he said the most degrading things about women. He's rapped about bang, bang, shoot 'em up, different things like that, which is dope music. And he's an icon. He's a legend, but he's done that. How come he didn't receive that crazy backlash? You're ready to cut him off for performing at an inauguration for somebody you didn't want to vote for versus him saying things that could have been considered detrimental to the black community? Is that what we doing? All the bitches and tricks and hoes and all that he called black women, the misogyny and all this other stuff, that doesn't make you want to stop listening to Snoop. That engaged you to want to listen to Snoop, right? That made you want to listen to Snoop. But him performing at an inauguration is where you draw the line. Boy, let me sip some water to that. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. But anyway, let's go and look at what Nelly's response was. I'm not going to play every single thing. Nelly did meet up with Willie D from the legendary group, the Ghetto Boys. And let's hear some of what Nelly had to say. Fair use, by the way, fair use to Willie D. Y'all make sure you check out his podcast. But listen to this.
With me because I put on for my city and I try to bring my city up every step of the way. I did not know you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that. I apologize.
He's preaching on that one.
I apologize. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices. And I thought it was the things that you do, not the things that you say should be done.
There you go. He has a great point with that. I feel Nelly on that. Fair use, by the way, fair use.
If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. He's the president. He won. This isn't a campaign. This isn't an RNC. I'm not out on the political campaign. I didn't get none of that 1.5.
The 1.5 he's referring to is what the Democrats had paid certain celebrities to support them. But anyway, let's keep going.
You see what I'm saying? Like to try to help somebody get voted.
Kamala didn't invite you to
No. She didn't invite me.
Kamala didn't invite
me either, man. I was gonna be all at home.
Like, so, but I don't knock the ones that did. I don't knock the brothers and sisters that benefited from it. I don't knock the correspondents that may have gotten money to do that. I'm not doing this for money. I'm doing this because it's an honor.
And let's pause it right there. An honor. Like I said earlier, this is an inauguration. People have performed at Obama's inauguration. People have performed at Clinton's inauguration. It's the president of the United States. That's the highest position in America. So if you're an artist, one of the big things that you can do is perform at a Super Bowl, perform at an inauguration. So that's a notch to Nelly's belt. But let's keep going.
I respect the office. It don't matter who is in office. The same way that our men and women, our brothers and sisters who protect this country, have to go to war and have to put their life on the line for whoever in office.
And see, some people was getting that misconstrued. They were just like, oh, how is he comparing him performing to people who put their lives on the line? He's saying that regardless of who's actually in office, you're in the army and you have to put your life on the line, right? Period. If you're in the military, you go on to fight a war, despite who's in office, you're going to respect the military and defend your country. But let's keep going.
So if they can put their life on the line for whoever in office, I can damn sure perform for whoever.
What do you say to the people that say we're not giving you this backlash because of your political affiliation or your political choice or whatever? We're giving you this backlash because you are propping up a white supremacist.
Now, this is an interesting thing. This is when it started kind of turning a little bit. But let me hear what Nelly had to say about it.
I would ask them to show me where he's a white supremacist. And here's the thing. Okay, I get it. He did say, if you don't vote for me, you're not black, right? Oh, no, that wasn't him. That wasn't him. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Hold on. He did create
I know where you're going.
He did create the crime bill in the 90s, which
so he's spitting bars because he's talking about Biden on this one.
Said that if you get caught with 5 grams of crack, you do a mandatory 5 years. That had mass incarceration. I think even the Vice President Kamala spoke on that part that said that the crime bill played a huge part. He didn't do that. Let me see. What did he do? I'm trying to think. The white supremacist. Hold on. I'm gonna get to it. Okay. He he did not rent to black people. What was it, in the 70s or the 80s? Is that what they said? And like, oh, okay, is he renting to him now? So
okay, now see this right here, that right there is when Nelly kind of started to lose me, because now it's the whole what about now situation. Is he doing that now? Now I get it into the for the sake of the conversation, like what is happening right now? Is Trump being racist right now? I get it, but Nelly tried to go along the lines of, oh, he's not a white supremacist. Trump has practiced racism before, and people just don't overnight not turn racist. So I can't ride with Nelly right there, right there. Can't go that far. Okay. Can't go that far. And then he was also debating Willie D as far as America being a Klan country. Let's hear about some of what Nelly had to say about that, because this right here is when Nelly started kind of losing me. I'm like, I don't know about this. Listen to this.
are we talking about
Fair
the
use.
president, or are we talking about the candidate? Are you talking about candidate Trump, or are you talking about President Trump? That's two different people to me.
The candidate Trump and the president Trump is two different people.
Two different people.
So you saying, I guess your point would be
because I don't think Obama would sit there and laugh and chuck it up when he know cameras are watching with a known racist.
All right, so yeah, let's stop it right there. I don't like it. That nah, Nelly, I can't agree with you on that. Yes, people will laugh with a racist. Okay, people will laugh with a racist just because you see Obama chuckling up with Trump does not make Trump less racist. And I'm not one of the people who finna say, is Trump really racist? Is he a racist? Man, like by definition, all white people could be considered that because they live off of the system of white supremacy, right? They can practice racism. See, they say black people can be racist, but that's not true by definition. They tried to change the definition a lot, but in order to be racist, you have to be able to practice racism, right? Black people can't do that. The most we can be is prejudice. Other race groups can't do that. The most they can be is prejudice in America. But anyway, so I can't ride with Nelly on that one. I think Snoop has responded. I don't know if he flat out did, but I know he kind of made like a post kind of saying unfollow me or something like that. But the thing is, man, black folks are upset right now. Some, because it's not all of us. Some black folks are mad. A lot of the Democrats are mad right now, right? But this storm will blow past. I saw some hateful things talking about like Nelly going to Ashanti's page. I heard Charlamagne them say that, you know, they've been wanting to cancel Ashanti because of the Nelly thing. So really, they go from being the perfect bounce back couple to now, since Nelly performed at a Trump inauguration, you want to take all that out the window. You want to throw that out the window. So Ashanti is not no queen and he's not no black king anymore simply because of that. If you're one of the people that feel like that, shame on you, and we can't take you serious. You want to throw 30 years of music between Nelly and Snoop, throw that all away because they performed at an inauguration of somebody that you didn't want to vote for or that you didn't vote for. That shows the maturity in you. Despite if you don't like them or not, it is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah, I don't ride with us, or like some of us who feel that way. I don't see a problem. And like I said, for the same ones who were talking about that, I'll never forgive y'all for how y'all did Ice Cube. I, as a black man, could say, let me go meet with Trump. Give him a list of our demands in the black community. And some people will call me a sellout because I want to sit down and meet with him for us, despite who's in office. So if a racist is in office, we should just ignore them and just go to sleep for the next 4 years. That's not how things get done. That is not how things get done. You think different race groups like the Asians who don't vote like that, when they want something done, they go and do it. They don't just unless it has to make sense to them, but other people don't operate like us. We are just who we like and all this other stuff. It's like, oh my God, I could go on about this for days, but this is fake outrage and it'll pass. It'll pass. I don't see people being mad at Snoop and Nelly. This is fake outrage on the internet because guess what? If they saw Snoop or Nelly right then and there, women, they would go crazy over Nelly. And people would respect Snoop because of the hip hop icon that he is. So, yeah. But anyway, y'all let me know in the comments what you feel about that. I don't think that they're sellouts or anything. You could say that if they were at a Trump rally, maybe, but even with that, they have the right to vote for who they want to vote for. And we're not supposed to lean on celebrities to tell us who to vote for, right? I think that's worse than a celebrity going to performing at a rally, or I'm sorry, at an inauguration of somebody that you didn't want to win. I think that's worse. The people who are choosing a side to influence you who to vote for. So some of y'all make me sick with that. But anyway,